And we are coming at you. Jesus. We're coming at you faster than the end of Danny Dimes' starting quarterback career. It's My Brother's an Idiot, the podcast. We talk about anything we want, everything we want. Mostly this time of year, it's football. Hey, y'all. How you doing? Mark, what's up?
It's a beautiful day to be alive.
Nice. What you drinking?
Boulevard Flying Start IPA. And I'm going to say that it's right on brand with Boulevard. They still don't know how to make an IPA.
Yeah, the car camper. Their car camper's not bad. I do like their car camper.
This is, it's all right. It's all right. There are better non-alcoholic IPAs out there. But Boulevard, it's a good showing for them. I like their stuff. So happy to support them.
Nice. I'm having a Bravazzi hard Italian soda, the lemon flavor. It is really good. Gabagoon. Is that like gabagoo? Tank, what's shaking, buddy?
I'm busy. Kids don't have school this week, so
Oh yeah, what's that week?
trying to keep them in check during their Thanksgiving break.
Awesome. And Hanging Chad is the best Joker. You want to describe that one there, MJ? First of all, how you feeling?
Better. I'm still a little coffee and a little hoarse, and I cough. Well, I said I was coffee. But I'm not like actively dying for the first time in a month, so that's good.
Spectacular.
Yeah, very good. Hanging Chad plays your re-triggers your first played card twice. So if you play an ace, it will play your ace twice. You should all play Balatro. It's like poker and solitaire. It's the fucking best.
Where do we do this?
I have it on my phone.
It's an app.
Yes, it's an app. It is like $10, but it is a very, very, very worthwhile $10.
I will have to think about that.
Heard. I don't like paying for apps, but I also don't like all the ads. So
yeah,
there are no ads. And imagine if you could play poker by yourself and make number go up so high. I think my highest number I've gotten has been like 10 times, or it was something times 10 to the 21. Number big.
That is
number big. I like number big.
That is a large number.
That is more fingers and toes that I care to use. All right. Well, good to see y'all. Let's move on to reaction to the Denver Broncos finally beat Las Vegas on the road for the first time since 2015, 29-19. Mark, what'd you see?
Saw kind of a repeat of what happened in the first interaction between the Broncos and Raiders this year, where they were hanging tough with each other, and then the defense had a turnover, and then things got real quiet on one sideline. Another problem that stands out, and yes, it did not hurt them in this game, but the Broncos' thirds down has killed them all year. They were 3 from 12 for third down again against a really, really, really bad Raiders team. They're not going to win many games against good teams, completing 1 in 4, being 25% or less on third down. That is a statistic that has to improve. Bo Nix has gotten a lot better. 3 big turnovers from this defense. Still not sure what they're doing with the running game. I don't know if they're going to need to bring somebody else in if they can. Probably not at this point in the year, but they're lost there. And obviously we saw that, they still don't have a tight end. So big news there as well. But big win for the Broncos. Good to see them win in Vegas. Fuck the Raiders. Carry on. We got a big game this week.
Tank, your thoughts?
Yeah, a lot of the same. Honestly, they looked decent on offense. Defense looked good as they have, this whole year, to be honest. I think a big chunk of the offensive issue that kind of showed this game was they're trying to be too cute for the personnel they have. They don't have all the speed and size that they need to do some of the cute shit they're trying to do. So there's a lot of drives that are just ending because, you even look at the end of the game when they're trying to waste time. they go 3 and out, and then they go 3 and out, and waste almost no time on the clock. And I think a lot of that is they're trying to be smarter than everybody else, but I don't think they have the physical ability personnel that they need to try to do what they're doing in that regard. And I think they need to kind of adjust to what they have and look forward to maybe doing more of that shit in the future when the personnel gets a little bit better. Besides that, it was a decent game. Raiders are going to play us tough no matter what, so kind of expected that.
MJ, what do you got?
I'm gonna be 100%. I forgot football existed on Sunday. I heard we won.
We did.
Yep, that's as much as I got.
Okay,
Congratulations.
fair enough. Yeah, too. They did absolutely struggle to run the football, and I think a lot of that was schematics. And Sean Payton said it after the game in his press conference. The Raiders were running a ton of cover zero and sending the house. It's hard to run against that when you're against cover zero and they're sending the house. And he was surprised by that because they had no cornerbacks. When you run cover zero, you've got to cover just a little bit. And it's hard to run against that front when there's 8 or 9 in the box coming hard at you, and you don't have great backs. You've got good backs. Jaleel was off to a really good start and then got dinged up and just wasn't quite the same. Tank, you mentioned that 3 and out, and I really did some digging into that last possession they had when they burned 15 seconds off and the Raiders still had 3 timeouts. I went back and watched it again. They were running a bunch of cover zero, and if they'd hit one of those 3 passes, the game is over because they convert the first down, take them out of everything, and they're good to go. I also kind of liked the call because Sean Payton has got nuts the size of the moon. He knows that if we hit this, we're good. And my defense is good enough that if we don't, we're still good. This is the coach that we've been asking for the last 8 years. This is the coach who is going to go for 2 with 1 second on the clock when you score the touchdown that potentially could tie and just end the game. I'm looking at you, Washington. More on that later. This is the coach who is the adult in the room, and we've said it all year long. There are other coaches with rookie quarterbacks. Those rookie quarterbacks are all regressing. Washington's regressing because, and I had forgotten this, Cliff Kingsbury's their offensive coordinator. What do Cliff Kingsbury's offenses do in the second half of every season he's ever coached every offense ever? They regress.
Eat shit.
Yeah, they eat shit because everyone figures
Right?
them out.
Yeah, everybody figures him out. We all blame Call of Duty when he was in Arizona. No, this is the Cliff Kingsbury thing. He did the same thing at Tech. Eberflus doesn't know what the hell he's doing in Chicago. They're just counting time until they can fire his ass and bring in an actual head coach.
Right.
Drake May doesn't have anybody around him. Jared Mayo doesn't know what the hell's going on. He's fucking clueless too. It's the only coach and quarterback combo out of this rookie class that's actually getting better. And I think you saw why in that clip when one of the Raiders was talking shit and Bo just stepped to him and said, "I ain't afraid of anything," right to his face. And this man's twice his size. Like, he's picking up on his coach's attitude. His coach isn't afraid to call what he thinks is going to win the game. And yeah, I do think they need some more skill on the outside. Tight end's a problem. We need receivers that can actually get separation on more than just a quick in cut. We need a better running attack than what we have. But by God, guys, they're 7-5.
No,
They're beating teams. Yeah.
And that's my whole
they're
thing.
ahead of schedule.
I am happy. I am absolutely happy to be having this conversation where we're nitpicking their third down efficiency on a win. This is where we want to be right now with the rookie quarterback. Like you said, they're going to have to do some massive reworking on this offense in the skill department and running backs in the offseason, but they've got the bones for something huge here. And we're talking like year 2 AFC championship, maybe even better if this continues the way it's going.
Jack, you were going to say something.
Yeah, and I'm agreeing with what you're saying in general because when I'm saying that it's too cute, I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying. The play calling would make sense more if we had the personnel to execute what they're trying to do. Because the play calling's there. I understand what they're doing. I see what they're trying to do. And I'm like, oh, okay, it makes sense. But when you don't have the skill positions to fulfill that desire, I think you need to try and adjust the offense slightly to what you have available. So you can still do cute shit, and I understand they were ahead by 10, so it was fine. But I think that's the recognition there, is that if you need to have the people in place to do some of the stuff, and they just don't have that yet. Because I agree with his play calling. He's ballsy as shit, and I appreciate it. But you
Absolutely.
have to have the
you know what?
personnel.
I want him to be ballsy. I
Mhm.
don't want him to lose that edge, because
Yeah.
at some point there are 2 and maybe even 3 young receivers on this team who are ready to fucking explode.
Oh, Vele's
And
amazing.
Vele is clearly your number 2. Franklin is coming along, and Sean has said it for 2 years. He wants to find that joker position, and it's not a reference to basketball. It's a reference to a Swiss Army knife that he can put wherever he wants, and he's got his guy, and his name is Marvin Mims Jr., and they have figured out ways to get him the ball in situations out of the backfield. That wheel route on 3rd down when he picked up 19 yards. Coming out of the backfield. They line him up in the outside. They line him up in the slot. They put him in the H position. They put him all over the field because he's just dangerous as shit. They are this fucking close.
Mhm.
That receiver group is this close to being really, really good. They're just not there yet. But I want Sean to continue to do the things that he's doing, because I want him looking ahead and calling as if he had those guys and putting the trust in his team to execute. 29 points, guys, and it's on the road in Vegas where they haven't played well. Let's call it like it is. Sean has checked all of the boxes off except for one that we were worried about coming into his tenure as a head coach. Winning season. We're pretty sure that's coming. Beat the Chiefs. Beat the Raiders on the road. Swept the Raiders. All those streaks are coming to an end, and I think this is the year they make the playoffs. They're 2 games ahead with 2 games in hand against teams behind them.
Yep.
It's all right there for them, and this defense is fan-fucking-tastic. So I also get what you're saying, Tank. The head coach in me says, maybe you want to try to make him wear the tops. You know what? Fuck that. Sean, you do you. You do you, and you be aggressive. You be Sean fucking Payton. SFM or SFP. You be Sean fucking Payton, and you do what you want to do, because I want you to stay on the edge like that and be prickly and be bristly and get fired up and punch Justin Sternad in the chest when you win a football game. That's the kind of shit that I like, right? So
yeah, you fucking nailed him pretty good, actually.
He did. They nailed each other pretty good. Sean took it like a man. It was good. It was really good. Let's shout out a quick rest in peace also to the career of one Gardner Minshew. He will not see the football field again for another year at least, after breaking his collarbone. Anyone else surprised when they trotted out Desmond Ridder? Like, wait a minute.
Yes and no. And the only reason I'm saying no is because who else?
They didn't have anybody else. I had just forgotten that Desmond Ridder was there.
Yeah.
I forgot he existed, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot he was there. He'd only been there for 10 days, and clearly he didn't know any of the plays.
Yeah.
It was none of the offense. Yeah.
Right. This is the guy that ran the Atlanta offense into the ground last year, and at least they got a halfway decent quarterback, and they look okay this year with all that talent. Desmond Ridder's not that guy. And he's definitely not that guy when he's only been there for 10 days. Like, he's got
short notice against a top 3 defense is not a great way to get your first playing time.
Yeah,
he is not Malik Willis.
No,
he is not Malik Willis.
We can just use natural talent to squeeze out some psychotic shit.
Like, fuck it, we're just gonna play backyard ball today.
Yeah,
right. Exactly. So, big game against the Browns. I'm sure we've got that coming up in Pew Pew. And speaking of which, Mark, it is that time. Take it away.
It is that time, ladies and gentlemen. We are here to talk about the NFL games against the spread. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Pew Pew Pick'em. Boys, well, let's talk about last week, shall we?
Yes.
Matt, you didn't know this. Frank, I don't know if I told you on air, but you guys picked the same across the board. So there could
Did
be no
we?
motion. Yes.
No
you guys
shit.
picked the same games across the board.
I
So
remember that.
you guys both got 9 correct, which puts Matt at 107 and Frank at 95 for the season. Bobby got 8 right, so she is undefeated. And our other
Guest
compadre
picker.
that was yes, one Mark McPherson, who was on the show last week. He got 9 correct as well. He was the only one who got the Titans right, to be honest, which was interesting.
Well, no one outside
No
of
one
people
picked
that
that.
live
Nobody
in
picked
Tennessee picked that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only reason he picked the Titans was because he's got a child there.
Yeah. He's got 2 grandkids that are fans of that team.
Right?
Correct. So let's carry that on into this week. And boys, do we have a full fucking slate of NFL games for you. And they start
Thank
on
God.
Thursday, and they start fucking early. Gobble, gobble. 3 times, motherfuckers. So we're gobbling, and then gobbling again. The first gobble is going to be in Detroit, where the Lions are bringing in the Bears. The Lions get a game every year on Thanksgiving. The Lions are favored by 10 in this one. 48.5 is the over-under. Matt, I'm going to start with you. What do you think about this one?
The Lions are the best team in football, and you can't change my mind on that right now. They are awesome on offense. They win every way they can. They win when they play poorly, which is a sign of a very good football team. And we talked about the Bears are just hanging on till they can fire Matt Eberflus and figure out what the hell to do with that witch of a quarterback they've got. This is the Lions. They may cover the over. They may cover the over-under on their own. They're definitely going to cover the 10 points.
Frank?
Yeah, as much as I like the competitiveness of in-division games, usually this one doesn't look like it. The Chicago's offense is just dog shit. And Detroit, like you said, looks like they can score from any position on the field. So, yeah, they win, they cover, and the over. Yeah.
Our friend Dipshit?
Lions superior in all way, every way. Meow.
Oh, we love the Motor City Kitties. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Number 2. This is the worst. So this is when you take your nap. You have a big breakfast, you take a nap in the afternoon, and then you come back for Sunday Night Football because this one's going to be a sleeper in Dallas. It is the NFC least showdown we've all been waiting for. It is against the Cowboys. And
Actually,
the Cowboys,
no, it's not. He's hurt. It's Drew Lock.
It's
So
true.
Jesus
The
Christ.
third.
Jesus Cristo. I don't know what to say about this. The
It's
Cowboys
horse
are
cock
favored,
lock.
the Cowboys are favored by 3.5 points. This is the lowest over-under of the week by far, and it's not a surprise at 37. Frank, what do you think about this one?
Yeah, this game sucks every bit of everything. I'm going to take a flyer. Drew Lock gets a win here for no reason. Cowboys are dog shit on every side of the ball. Giants are okay on defense. Giants win. Probably under, I would assume, on this one.
Frank is riding with rapping Drew Lock. What do you think, Matt?
I hate this game so much. However, the Cowboys are riding high after the big win against Washington. Drew Lock hasn't played meaningful football in what seems like 5 years. They've got no running game. Malik Neighbors is unhappy. They're also riding out the string until they can fire everyone in that front office. We can say goodbye to the GM and Tank's twin, Brian Dable, at the end of this season. Cowboys, I think, going to take this one. They're better on defense. Micah Parsons is back. They do have some talent there, plus CeeDee Lamb. So give me Cowboys.
Dipshit.
I don't like this game.
Nobody does.
You guys all started with that.
Yeah, because it's bad, if you can believe it.
I'm gathering that.
Drew Lock used to be a Bronco. Give me him, I guess.
And Bobby
Oh,
as
no.
well picked the Giants. Let's gobble, gobble,
Whoa.
gobble. Number 3. We are going into the night game, and I don't have to tell you how the Duchess picked in this one because this is in Lambeau. It is the Green Bay Packers welcoming in the stand-up comedian in his future, Mike McDaniels and his Dolphins. and the resurgent Tua Tagovailoa, who has been just on fire since coming back. Anyways, let's start with Matt on this one. What do you think? The Packers are favored by 3, and the over-under in this one is 47 flat.
Yeah, I think this is probably going to be a bit of a shootout. The Dolphins are really talented on offense. However, they never play well when it's cold. And Tua made reference to that this week, saying he's trying to change the narrative. Until they show me they can do it, I don't trust them that they will. Give me Jordan Love and the Packers the over, and they'll cover.
What's the weather? What's the weather? What do you think, Frank?
Yeah, I'm right along with the same thing. The Packers are good at home. Dolphins do not travel well, especially to cold weather. So, yeah, Packers win, probably cover. And, yeah, I assume the over on this one, too.
Dipshit.
Fuck. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think the Packers are kind of fraudy, and I like Mike McDaniel better. Give me the Dolphins.
Ooh.
Dipshit picks against everybody else on that one. Let's move on to the next slate of games, which is not Sunday. No, ladies and gentlemen, we have a Black Friday Jeff Bezos special, and that is the Raiders at Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs favored by 12 points in this one. This is the biggest spread of the week, if you can believe that. 42 is the over-under on this one. Frank, it is your turn to start.
The first matchup was a close one this year. I don't see that happening this time around. Chiefs, at this point, should just pound a hole in the Raiders because that defense is garbage on all sides.
Chiefs had some problems with the Panthers. What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, but the Panthers are resurgent and are looking better than they have in the last probably 20 games. This is at home. The Raiders don't travel well. They don't have any cornerbacks. And who's going to play quarterback? Does it matter who's going to play quarterback? Because Aiden might play, or it might be Desmond Ridder. Does it matter? No. I don't think that the Chiefs cover here, but they'll win fairly comfortably and give me the under.
Frank, did you tell me if they covered?
I did not, and I'm about to say the same thing. I don't think they cover. I think it's like an 8-point game, 7-point game, somewhere in there.
Right on. Dipshit, what do you think?
I think the Chiefs sleepwalk to a win.
Yeah, I'm with you. And I actually think they're going to pound them by more than that. This is going to be a get-right game for the Chiefs at home. Let's carry on to the 11 a.m. games, and we will start our journey in Atlanta, where the Falcons are welcoming in a team that is on a fairly short week, and that is the San Diego Superchargers, who don't play in San Diego anymore, but I still love to say they're in San Diego because that's where most of their fans, I think, still are. This is not a home game for the Chargers, no, because they are actually on the road this time, but they are favored by 1.5 on the road against Atlanta. Matt, it is your turn to start. What do you think?
Atlanta's pretty good at home. J.K. Dobbins on the Chargers side is hurt. That was a fairly debilitating way to lose a football game last night for Los Angeles. I don't think I can trust the Chargers not to start charging because it's about that time of year for them. And Atlanta's had some time off. So give me Atlanta here. I don't think they cover and the under.
Frankie?
Yeah, I'm riding with you on this one. This is my home dog of the week. I think the Falcons surprised people with a win against the Chargers, who are a little bit beat up and, like you said, don't travel well.
Newsflash, Quentin Johnson just dropped another pass.
I've seen some really awful memes about Quentin Johnson this week. Like, some of them are really funny and some of them are just awful. Dipshits, what say you?
Birds.
Okay. We are going into a game that actually has some implications here. The Bengals are welcoming in the Pittsburgh Steelers. Michaela's favorite team in the world, the Pittsburgh Steelers, go into Cincinnati being a 3-point underdog on the road. 47 is the over-under in this one. Frank, let's start with you on this. What do you think about this one?
This division continues to cannibalize itself, and the Kitties get a win at home.
Mateo.
Agreed. This game sucks.
Dipshit.
I also agree this game sucks. And I hate both of these teams. The Steelers because they're the Steelers, and the Bengals because they continue bungling. But I dislike the Bungles less.
The Steelers are on her list of the most hated franchises that she has. Let's carry on to another big game, and this one is in we're up north. It's up north and it's cold, and it's in a dome, so it's not going to be cold. This is in Minnesota. It's the Vikings who are favored by 3.5, welcoming in the Arizona Cardinals. 45.5 is the over/under in this one. Frank, what do you think about this game?
God, I mean, as much as I hate it, I think Minnesota gets this one. Marvin Harrison's just too inconsistent. That offense over there is too inconsistent. Minnesota's decent enough to make up the difference on this one, I think, so they win and probably cover.
Marvin Harrison is the most frustratingly inconsistent player I have had on my fantasy team in forever. Nobody cares about your fantasy team.
No, but that's legit as shit. That dude is so inconsistent.
Matt?
Yeah, Arizona looked like dog shit scoring 6 points against Seattle, and Kyler throwing that stupid pick six. I don't trust them on the road. There's still a ton of talent over there on the Minnesota offensive side. Jefferson's playing really well, as he always does. Darnold's doing just enough to stay relevant. Give me the Vikings here. What was the line? It's Vikings by how much?
3.5.
3.5. I don't know the cover. Give me 3 points.
Oh, I will care about that. That's interesting. Most of the time, if it's like that, I don't care. But under 3.5, okay, that makes it a close game. Should be good. Dipshit, what do you think about that?
What did the other two pick?
They both picked
Minnesota.
the Cardinals.
Both went with
Bobby.
Minnesota.
They both went with Minnesota, and Bobby picked the Cardinals.
Oh,
The two are correct. Vikings better. The power of Sam Darnold.
Agreed. Okay, guys, let's do this one quick. Okay, let's just jam this in here like I try to jam Gene Mingo into every single show and get this one over because we don't care about this game. This is the New England Patriots welcoming in the Indianapolis Colts. Thank you for that.
4 out of 5.
I appreciate that. 2.5 in favor of the Colts, who are on the road. 42.5 is the total in this one. Matt, what do you think?
This game's actually got some implications for Denver, as the Colts are one of the teams that are chasing them for that playoff spot. The Patriots are so inconsistent, but so are fucking the Colts. Like, which A-Rich is going to show up? And you've got a frustrating player. Jonathan Taylor's been so up and down. You've got a stud back there. Just feed him the ball and let him play. I kind of think the Patriots are going to take this one at home. Yeah, whatever. Give me the Patriots. Sure, they cover in the under.
Frank?
God, playing in Foxborough doesn't really mean anything anymore. So, I like Drake May, but they have nothing around him right now. So I think just by pure talent, Indy gets this one.
Dipshit. I am sleeping right now. I am so bored.
I'm also going to take Indianapolis.
Okay.
I don't
So
like
did
it.
Bobby. So did Bobby. Next game is the Seahawks and Jets in New Jersey. The Seahawks are on the road, favored by 2 points in this one. I know Matt likes that. 41.5 is the over-under on this one. Frank, what do you think about the Jets and Seahawks?
Seattle looks good last week, and the Jets haven't looked good in a while. All that said, I think the Jets are gonna take this one. They're another home dog that I think you should go with this weekend, just because Seattle's so inconsistent.
Some fairly interesting rumors coming out of New York this weekend. Matt, what do you think?
Seattle scored 9 offensive points last week against a average to below average Arizona defense. They've got much better talent on the defensive side, much better offensive talent on the outside. On the New York Jets sideline, give me the Jets here and the under.
Dipshit?
Yeah, probably.
You both don't hate enough. Fucking let's go birds, I guess. Birdies.
Yep. Bobby is with you, dipshit, on this one. The Aaron Rodgers hate train continues there, and some really interesting stuff coming out there over the weekend. Could be fun couple of weeks to watch what's happening in New York, just in an offhand, because not focus. He gets enough attention. Anyways, let's talk about. Matt mentioned it earlier. This game is happening in Washington, where they had a little bit of trouble this last weekend and then shot themselves right in the foot at the end. But they are still favored by 5.5 in this one over the Tennessee Titans. 44.5 points is the over and under in this one. Matt, I'm going to go ahead and let you take it away on this one.
Washington is charging hard for second place in the NFC East. I know he said that Cliff Kingsbury's offenses get sniffed out towards the second half of the season. But there's nobody on the defensive side for the Titans to really figure it out, so I don't think it matters. Give me Washington here, and they cover.
Washington. Frank?
Yeah, I'm leaning in the same direction. Tennessee got a fluky win for a division game last week. I think that's all that was. Commanders take this. They're at home. They got the points.
No love for Mr. Mayo. Does that continue with dipshit?
Yeah, because I also want to make a joke because Matt said that people sniff out Cliff Belinsky or whatever the fuck his name was. Shit. But there's no one on defense to do any sniffing for the Titans, so they will remain unsniffed in Washington.
They will be sniff free.
Sniff free.
I think we just named the episode. They will be.
What was the name of that coach, Michaela?
I think it was a Cliff Bastitsky or something.
Cliff
Different name than he
Kingsbury.
said last time.
Kingsbury.
You know.
Kingsbury.
I know what I said last time. Cliffy V is
Cliff a skeet.
Skeet skeet.
Cliff was skeet.
Okay, let's go. Let's move on to the next.
Y'all Cliff ski. Y'all Cliff ski. Okay, carry on.
Figured it out. Okay, let's talk about the Jags and the Texans. This
Do we
game
have
is
to?
yes. There's so many more games. The Jacksonville Jaguars are in Jacksonville. That's good because they're playing at home and they're welcoming in the Houston Texans, who are on the road, favored by 5. The over-under in this one is a solid 43. I believe it is Frank's turn to go first.
Yeah. So if Mac Jones wasn't the quarterback, I actually may lean towards Jacksonville this week. But since he is, Houston wins on the road.
Matt?
Yeah, I don't know that Houston's going to cover here. They have been so fucking inconsistent. CJ Stroud's definitely taken a step back. He's not as decisive. He's holding onto the ball too long. He's still got even better offensive talent this year than he had last year because Tank and Nico are both healthy. Joe Mixon's running the ball very well. However, it's just wildly inconsistent, and we don't know what we're going to get for them from one week to the next. Frank touched on it. Mac Jones is trash. Give me Houston, and they will cover.
Dipshit.
Did Trevor Lawrence die?
He's
Might as
done
well
for the
have.
year. He's done for the year.
Oh, well, fuck that then. I guess CJ Stroud will continue to get me fantasy points.
There you go. Well, let's carry it on to the 2 p.m. game, shall we? We are on to the next slate of games. And the first one, I'm going to start with somebody else this time because it's fun. This is the New Orleans Saints welcoming in the Los Angeles Rams, who are favored on the road by 3 points. 48.5 is the over-under on this one. I want dipshit to start this time.
Yeah, because fuck the stupid sex
Oh,
Uh-oh, we lost you.
Stafford and Cooper Kupp. They are both cool.
Okay.
Did I?
we lost you for a second there.
You froze,
Okay.
but we get the gist. You just picked the Rams.
Right, sure.
Okay.
Matt?
LA won to the New York State or the Philadelphia Saquon Barkley's last week in just an unbelievable performance by one guy, the likes of which I don't think I've ever seen before in a professional football game with two fucking good teams. I can't see them laying an egg twice in a row. Sean McVay's too good of a coach. There's a ton of talent on the offensive side, not so much on the offensive side for New Orleans, and they're just not the same after the first 2 weeks. Give me the Rams. They cover.
Frank?
Yeah, I think the Rams are honestly too good on defense to allow what happened with Taysom Hill getting 150 fucking rushing yards like Cleveland let happen. So yeah, I got the Rams. They look like the better team right now.
Sweet. Let's talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they are going on the road to what someone on this panel referred to as the resurgent Carolina Panthers. The Bucs are on the road, favored by 6 in this one. The over-under in this game is 46.5. I'm just stating facts. That was said. Matt, I want to start with you. I think I know what you're going to say, but carry it away.
Baker Mayfield is trash. Bucs win.
Word for word.
No, seriously,
Word
hold
for
on
word.
a second. Oh, hold on. Let's touch on this a second. How immature do you have to be that you're steamrolling a team and you have to stand there like a 12-year-old and not just do the Tommy Cutler, the Tommy Cutler thing, but do it at a speed that no one can see what you're doing. Like, he literally looked like a 12-year-old celebrating a touchdown. Like, bro, his head's never going to be right. I fucking can't stand that guy. He's never going to win anything of consequence, but they're better. So Bucs win. Fuck them.
Frank, follow that.
I fucking love Baker, and you know it, so it's all right. Bucs win. They're the better team.
Dipshit.
And,
sorry, Frank, you had something else to say?
And I think they cover the 6 or whatever
Okay,
it is.
sorry about that. I didn't realize
No
you
worries.
were done. Dipshit.
I agree that Baker Mayfield is trash, and also he needs to be spending his time getting ready for court, I guess. So Bucs win.
Yeah, he's going to sue his dad.
Yeah, he's suing his dad.
Suing
or
his
something.
dad and brother.
Yeah, both, yeah. Apparently stealing all of his money. That's fucked.
I looked at the ESPN notification and I was like, okay.
Well, that's fun. Let's talk about Caw-Caw and the Battle of Caw-Caw. And that's the last game of the 2:00 spread that I want to talk about. That's a really good game that's happening in Baltimore. That's the Philadelphia Eagles going up to see the Ravens. Ravens are favored by 3 in this contest. This is the highest over-under of the week at 51 points, guys. Frank, it is your turn to start. Take it away.
The Eagles are looking good. Saquon just tearing holes through defenses at this point. I'm going to say they slide just a little bit back. Ravens get this, and they hit that 3-point mark.
Mateo.
The Eagles have lost their heart of their defense to a torn tricep. Douglas is out for the year. This might be the last we've ever seen of him. Played more games in the Eagles uniform than anyone ever, which is sad because he's a really stand-up guy. This game is really interesting because there are 2 legitimate MVP candidates in this game that aren't quarterbacks. Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley are just running rampant over defenses. I can't see the Eagles being able to stop Derrick Henry missing their linebacker. And Lamar is he's in his bag right now. He's playing really well. I think the Ravens are going to take this one, but this one's going to be a hell of a lot of fun.
Dipshit, do you caw or do you caw?
I think I'm going to go ahead and caw. I think we win. And also I think that, what did you say the over-under was?
51 points.
That's 51 points too low.
Yeah, that's hammer that over.
Yeah, this
Hammer
one's going to be a
that
shootout, yeah.
Even if it's the highest, I don't care. You hammer that over.
Hammer it.
Hammer
Bong.
that fucking over. Let's
Tank,
talk
hit
about
your desk.
Do it. This time you can actually do it. Thank
There
you.
you go, bong.
Hammer that over. We have a hammer the over noise now officially. And let's carry on to Sunday night. That's hilarious. Tank, hit your desk. Let's talk about a game on Sunday Night Football that may or may not happen. The Bills are expecting a giant snowstorm like they always do. And the 49ers are heading right towards it. The Bills are favored by 7 in this game. The over-under is 45. They may have to move it. They may not play the game. I'm not sure. They're they may have to change the date on this one, but let's say it's playing as is, as the spread is required. I believe it is Matt's turn to go first. What say ye?
I don't think it matters who plays quarterback for San Francisco. They are just too dinged up at every skill position. They've got issues on special teams. Tight ends hurt. Christian's not the same. Even when they're running Mason, he's not the same. Debo's punching people in the throat. I really want. It kind of does, right? It's very much on brand for a guy named Debo, especially since he's named after fucking Debo.
Yeah, that's why I feel
his nickname. And the Bills are just really, really good as a football team. Josh Allen, even the Kansas City game is just playing as well as we've ever seen him play. This is good. If the game goes off, this is the Bills. I think they win easily and give me the over.
Frank?
Oh yeah, right in line. The Bills are the better team right now. San Francisco does not look like they know what's going on the field anymore at this point. So yeah, Bills probably get the over and probably points, especially if it's played in Buffalo.
Dipshit.
I think Daniel Ricciardo walks on for the Bills and in some position, and the Bills win by 1,000.
By 1,000, I am writing that down. It is written here by 1,000 over 1,000. Daniel Ricciardo. Okay, got it written down. You're locked into that.
Excellent.
This is a hot take. I will highlight as soon as I find a highlighter. But in the meantime, let's carry on to the last game on the slate. And yes, I always wait till the last game on the slate to talk about the Denver Broncos. But this time they actually are the last game on the slate. They play on Monday Night Football. They are welcoming in to Denver the Cleveland Browns, who never play well at Mile High. Haven't since the 80s, as we are all historically aware. The Broncos are favored by 5.5 in this one. The over-under in this game is 42. Frank, why don't you go ahead and tell us about this game?
Broncos are the better team on every side of the ball right now. I think Judy gets his revenge dagger out and scores a tutty, but Broncos win, cover, points. Yeah, they're good.
Dipshit, what say ye? Oof. Dipshit, go ahead.
Oh, okay. We're skipping that.
For now.
Delulu. I don't even have to be that Delulu. Broncos win by a lot. The Browns are bad.
Yeah, the Browns are bad. Broncos by a lot. Matt, take it away. Close this thing out for Pew Pew for Thanksgiving week.
The Browns have not won a game on the road this season, and they haven't scored more than 18 points in any one of those games this season. They have one of my all-time favorite bad quarterbacks in Jameis Winston playing. I absolutely love listening to the guy talk. He may throw 30 interceptions in this football game. He's going to give Denver a chance many times to take the ball away. I don't know that they've seen a pass rush this stout all year long, even including the times that they've played the Ravens. Jameis hasn't seen anything like what Vance is going to throw at him. Bo Nix is him, and he is firmly in the conversation for Offensive Rookie of the Year. That plus 1,600 I got for him preseason is looking really fucking good right now.
Yeah, it's looking real good.
I'm looking for Bo to be in the 65 to 70% completion range, 250 plus with a couple of scores. He may run one in on his own. They probably get right on the running game side. Not enough talent on the offensive side for Cleveland to really scare me, even with Jerry Jeudy, who's playing decently well, but nowhere near what they paid for him. A fourth-round pick for a retread receiver is not all that great. This is going to be Denver. They're going to win easy. I will be there with one of the junior goons, and I'm really looking forward to that experience with him for his first football game of the year. Go Broncos, go Sean, and your giant stack of nuts.
Full Delulu, Bo Broncos. Bo Broncos.
They're also trotting out for the first time this year the all-white helmets with the navy jerseys. They're going to look really fucking good. We all know what happens when they throw on neat threads. They explode when they throw on neat threads. Monday
They
Night
go
Football,
berserk.
that place is gonna go nuts on Monday Night Football.
Yep, they go berserk. That's it, guys. That was Pew Pew Pick'em. Thanks. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you guys have a wonderful week. I know there's some people traveling, and we'll get into that here in a little bit, but just want to take that time to make sure that everyone gets to where they're going safely, takes care of themselves, takes care of each other. Don't be that guy that starts shit at the party. Just hang out, have a good time, eat plenty of food, and we'll all see you back here next week.
All right, let's move on to Dipshit of the Week. And I also have to start with Dipshit for Dipshit of the Week. Who you got?
I finally get to bring back up Rat Beef. The Dipshit of the Week is Drake for suing his own label because he thinks that they push Not Like Us. He's very upsetty spaghetti that he got called a pedophile 7 billion times. And so he's suing UMG and Spotify and he's doing a civil RICO, which is fucking hysterical. So yeah, he gets to be the Dipshit of the Week again. Fool.
I will die on the hill that of the current crop of rappers, Drake is the least talented, no talent hack. He is absolutely terrible. I can't stand that guy.
There's a lot out there that are rough, but you're not.
Yeah, he's firmly at the top of that list.
Yep. Tank, who you got?
My dipshit of the week is anyone involved in that atrocious dog shit that happened between Colorado and Kansas this weekend. Everyone involved. That game sucked for Colorado, and not only did we lose, but our quarterback got beat to shit, and when he finally snapped, he decided to push a fucking ref. So there you go. All of them dipshits.
Mark?
Shout out to the fan who tried to steal a helmet from Cal's
I saw that.
equipment guy and ended up getting fucking completely just over the shoulder, just slammed into the ground and then pushed back down. He's definitely an honorable mention. But my dipshit of the week this week is Juan Soto, who announced today and came out with a video, and it was a big announcement that he has signed with somebody. Celsius. He signed with a sports drink company today, and that was his big announcement. We are all waiting for him to sign with either the Red Sox or the Mets. But he has signed with a sports drink company and ruined my day off. So, Juan Soto, you are the dipshit of the week.
That one feels personal because I thought it was funny.
It was funny. It was funny.
It's very personal.
Honestly, it was really funny. And if the Red Sox weren't on the short list of teams to where Juan Soto could go, I would have thought it was hysterical. But he can lift that dagger out of my back when he signs with the Red Sox.
Current 3-team list.
I am going to honorable mention Dan Quinn and Cliff Kingsbury for not going for 2 and then missing
Jesus
the extra
Christ.
point. I am now going, and I'm dying on a lot of hills today, but I am going to die on the hill that if you score the touchdown with few seconds left with a chance to either tie or go ahead, you take the chance and go ahead. You have to take the game into your hands and do not allow a coin toss. You cannot allow a weird thing to happen on a kick. Any of the things that happen in overtime that are fluky. You go win the football game. And I think that even if you lose that way, you get the respect of your team, and that pays dividends going forward. So those guys are honorable mentions. I really wish that we had the Don't Get Me Started music for my dipshit of the week. If you happen to catch me on TikTok, I started this a little bit on the Idiot Goons TikTok page. My dipshit of the week is the Oklahoma Sports Hall of Fame. Now, Matt, you might say, why are you picking on the Oklahoma Sports Hall of Fame? Well, the Oklahoma Sports Hall of Fame is the organization that nominates the group of players for the Jim Thorpe Award. Now, if you're not aware, the Jim Thorpe Award is the college football award given to the best defensive back in the country. The best defensive player in the country is awarded the Bednarik Award. Now, we have a guy on our team who has been nominated for the Bednarik Award. His name is Travis Hunter. You may have heard of him. He's a fucking unicorn. He plays 110 plays a game. He's one of the dominant defensive players in the country. He shuts down half of the field by himself. Teams don't throw at him. But the geniuses at the Oklahoma Sports Hall of Fame have decided that he's not even one of the top 3 defensive backs in the country. Someone please explain this to me and make it make sense. I understand that there are times when Colorado as a sports market is seen as a flyover market. I understand that there are times when people do not watch sports that happen inside the box state. But by God, everyone has seen Colorado football on every television screen for the last 2 years. And if you come to me and you tell me that Travis Hunter is not one of the best 3 defensive backs in the country, I am going to tell you that you are the biggest idiot on the planet and you know jack shit about football. I don't care if you're a Hall of Fame coach. Dion has threatened to give his own Jim Thorpe Award back. He is so incensed about this decision. And the geniuses at the Oklahoma Sports Hall of Fame have said, yeah, we looked at it and we just decided these were the top 3 guys. Fuck you guys. Pull your heads out of your asses and actually watch football games. Travis Hunter is going to win the Heisman. He's going to win the Bednarik, and you guys are going to look stupid. You are my dipshits of the week.
Oh, it took me that long to get fucking
I was
royalty-free
gonna say.
shit music.
Do you have that song somewhere? You're going to have to send it to me, and I'll edit it in tomorrow when I get to Albuquerque. I will layer that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I
that was
still
well
have it.
done, sir. That was well done, sir. That I will let that count as a do not get me started. Break that one out of the vault. Thank you very much for firing me up, sir. That was well played.
What a dumb fucking decision. Dipshit, what do you got?
I have an additional dipshit of the week I forgot about.
Oh, I see it now. Go ahead.
So my mom gets to be a dipshit of the week because I very nicely, well, I didn't even ask her. She very nicely offered to make me delicious chia puddings for breakfast. And this morning I took one to work so that I could have it for breakfast, so that I could take my medicine so that I could feel okay. And I took a bite of my delicious chia pudding and I said to myself, I said, why does it burn? Why is it spicy? So I texted my mother and said, did you put cayenne into my chia puddings? And she said, no. And I said, then why is it spicy? And she said, I don't know. I put chia seeds and oat milk and blueberries and honey. And I said, oh, did you happen to use the hot honey? So she put an entire tablespoon of hot honey into my chia pudding. My chia pudding tasted like milk and fire. So she gets to be an additional dipshit of the week.
Oh, that's good.
I took one
That's
bite
funny.
and I was like, am I having a stroke? This is not spicy. Why is it burning?
This is not supposed to be spicy.
This is not how this is going to work.
Am
That's
I
funny.
broken?
No borking. All right. Final thoughts. Pimp the things. Talk about the stuff. Dipshit, take it away.
Everyone should play Balatro, whatever it's called. It's very fun. And I hope everyone has a good Thanksgiving. I'm gonna have a good Thanksgiving, and it's gonna be great.
Tank?
Yeah, you can find me on all the socials at Tank Knox or Knox Nostalgia Collectibles, and very soon, Frank the Tank's Cookie Bank. That is actually officially starting as of this week, so there we go. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Go Colorado Sports. Fuck yeah.
Mark?
I would think about 2 or 3 weeks ago, my wife texted the progenitor and said, hey, give me a couple of album ideas for Mark and a friend of mine to listen to and do a deep dive on and do a podcast for. That man sent my wife 35 albums.
Of course he did.
And I was like,
What time was it?
I believe the list started happening actually in the afternoon, like early in the afternoon. So it was before.
Okay.
But then it carried on. So yeah, there were several parts of it. But we have picked one of those albums. We're going to be doing a bunch of them, but we have picked one of those albums. I have listened to it thoroughly, close to 10 times in the last week. We will be reviewing that, myself and our friend Lucy, who did our Star Trek episode with us. We will be reviewing that album for you guys tomorrow at 7 o'clock. I'm hoping that the Progenitor will join us as well, because I want to get his thoughts on it. The album is In the Wake of Poseidon. It is an album by King Crimson from 1970. It was definitely worth a few listens and grew on me as time goes on. You'll get my full thoughts on that tomorrow. Join us then on Nerds That Know.
My King Crimson joke got sandbagged in the family chat for that.
I didn't see it, I guess.
I didn't see it.
King Crimson is a stand in JoJo who
I did see
erases
that.
time, and it doesn't make any sense, and it's never explained. So it's like a 1.5-minute video of a guy screaming about how does King Crimson work, and it makes me laugh every time.
Well, if you listen to the album, you'll get kind of a sense of what maybe that was all about, because King Crimson itself doesn't really make a lot of sense unless you're just on some drugs or just musically just want to get mind fucked a little bit. So, but look forward to that with us tomorrow on the Nerds That Know. Yeah, that's all I got.
All right. And next week, we will probably be here, same bat time, same bat channels. I'm traveling to Dallas on Wednesday next week. And then we'll figure out the week after, because the week after it's a week in Nashville. So I don't know if I'm going to be in a state of mind to be able to participate in any of the broadcasts, unless I just write shit down and text it to Mark.
That may be an option.
That might be what happens. I would also like to echo what everyone said. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Please make sure you get there safely. Those of you that are traveling tomorrow, especially in and out of the Denver area, be careful. We certainly will. We're expecting snowpocalypse to start here in the next few hours. That's going to be interesting going south. Hopefully we get over the pass okay. In Odin we trust. The giant truck, I think, will get us there just fine. For the absent, I almost forgot. Make sure you check us out on all of our social channels. You can catch us on the Idiot Goons, at the Idiot Goons on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok. You can find Mark's Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok at Puffle Time. My Twitch and Twitter are at Puffalopagus, and my TikTok is at King Goon Smoke. If you look carefully, you can see a picture of an albino bighorn sheep that I just posted yesterday from my trip to Wyoming last week. Yeah, we were like, is that that? Oh, that is. He was right across the river. She was gorgeous. So really cool stuff there. For the absent Muti, we love you, Muti.
Muti, dipshit's dying.
Dipshit, stop dying, dipshit. You good
I'm
there?
trying. Yeah.
You good there,
Muti.
All right. This week especially, make sure you take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and take care of each other. For Dipshit, Tank, and Mark, I am the King Goon. This has been My Brother's an Idiot. We'll catch you.